It has this beautiful detail to the edge of your work, looking like networks or kind of like spider webs, working shells, and picot stitches. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the open shell with Picot Edging. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4. Okay, so to create this edge, you're going to need a project that is a multiple of 7 plus 1. In my case, I'm going to create 21 plus 1, so 22. I'm going to do 22 chains, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so I created 21 plus 1, that's 22. And now we are going to create just single crochets all the way down, maybe 3 rows of it, so you can kind of just see that first, and then we're going to work on the edging. So to show you, I'm going to do a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. And then I'm going to do 1 single crochet into each of the chains all the way down. So 1 single crochet into each of the chains. I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I just did 1 single crochet into each of the chains. I'm going to do 1 more row of this. Essentially, this is just to be able to show you, at the end of the work, then you can go ahead and work the edging design. Now, for you, you might be using a different stitch. I'm using a single crochet, but you might be using, I don't know, a half double crochet, or really anything else. As long as the numbers are good, so multiple of 7 plus 1, then you'll be able to work this design onto the edge of your work. Whether you're working a blanket or coaster, or I don't know, maybe you want to add it to the bottom of a cardigan, anything like that. That's kind of what these designs are going to be good for. So I'm almost done here. 1 second. I got 3 more stitches to go. Okay. So now let's say this is like the last row that I have for my blanket, let's say. Now I'm going to start row 1 of the design of the open shell with Picot. So now we're going to chain 1 and flip our work. You want to do 1 single crochet into the first stitch. 1 single crochet there. And now we're going to start the repeat. You're going to skip 2 stitches, and then you're going to work a shell stitch into the next. So for a shell stitch, we're going to work 1 treble crochet, for which you yarn over twice. So 1 treble crochet. Then a chain 1. Then another treble crochet. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 at a time. Then a chain 1, and then 1 more treble crochet into the same stitch. Okay, so that's my shell stitch right there. Now we're going to skip 2 chains and then do 1 single crochet into the next. So you're skipping 2 stitches, and then into the next 1 single crochet. And now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. It's giving you that like little bridge there. And that ends the repeat. So we're going to continue this on. We're going to be ending at the kind of like at the midpoint of the repeat, like after the shell stitch. So I'm just going to do it with you. Let's go back to the beginning. We're going to start by skipping 2 stitches, and then into the next doing a shell stitch. For a shell stitch, you want to yarn over twice to do a treble crochet. So treble crochet there, chain 1, treble crochet into the same stitch, chain 1, treble crochet into the same stitch. And that's your shell stitch. Continuing the repeat, we are going to chain 3, or sorry, no, after the shell stitch, we're going to skip 2 stitches and then do 1 single crochet into the next. So skip 1, 2, into the next, single crochet. Now, continuing the repeat, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do 1 single crochet into the next stitch to create the little bridge there. So there we have it. Now we're going to go back to the beginning of the repeat. So we are going to skip 2 stitches into the next, doing a shell stitch off treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, and that's our shell stitch there. And so this is what I wanted to show you at the end of the row here. You're not going to be able to finish the repeat entirely. What we're going to finish off by doing is after the shell stitch, you skip 2 stitches and you're just going to do 1 single crochet into the next and last stitch of the row. And that's what that's going to look like. So now we can move on to row 2. You're going to start by chaining 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this here counts as a treble crochet and a chain 3. So now we can flip our work here. So now we are going to skip one of the stitches, one of the treble crochets and chains. You're going to skip that. And then we're going to work a picot into the next treble crochet of the shell. So for a picot, we're going to go into the stitch. It's kind of the center one. You know how the shell has 3? So the one in the middle. You're going to go on top of the one in the middle there, insert your hook, and we're going to start the picot. For that, you want to do a single crochet, then a chain 3, and then a single crochet on top of that same stitch. And that's that. Now we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next chain 3 arch. So you know the chain 3 between the single crochets here. So around that chain space, you're just going to work a double crochet around it like so. And there we go. And now we chain 3. And that there ends the repeat. So I'll do it all the way down with you. Let's go back to the beginning of the repeat. It starts by skipping the next treble crochet of the shell and going into the middle treble crochet with a picot. For that, you want a single crochet, chain 3, and then a single crochet into the same stitch. Now we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now you want to do a double crochet into the next chain 3 arch, which is the one between the single crochets here. So you yarn over, go around that chain, and do a double crochet. And now we chain 3. So now we can go back to the beginning of the repeat by skipping the treble crochet here, going to the middle one with a picot stitch. So for that, you want a single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet into that same stitch. And now we are going to chain 3. Chain 3. And now to finish off this row, we just want to do a double crochet into the last single crochet. So you're not going to finish off the repeat entirely like the previous row. Rather, after the chain 3, you're just going to find that last single crochet of the row, and into it do a double crochet. And this here is the end of the second row. Now for the last row, we're going to chain 1, row 3, flip our work. You're going to do 1 single crochet into the first stitch. So into the double crochet of the previous row, 1 single crochet. Now we are going to start the row repeat. It starts by you skipping the next chain 3 space and then working a shell into the next picot. So into the chain 3 between the single crochets of the picot, we're going to work a shell stitch, and for that you know that you want to do a treble crochet, chain 1, another treble crochet, chain 1, and 1 final treble crochet into that same chain 3 space. And that's your shell stitch right there. Now we are going to continue the repeat. You're going to skip the next chain 3 space and then do a picot into the next double crochet. So the double crochet here, you do a picot. For that you want a single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet into the same place. And that's the look. So now we can go back to the beginning of the repeat by skipping the next chain 3 space into the picot, working a shell stitch. So treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet. That's my shell there. And now we're going to skip the next chain 3 space and work a picot into the next double crochet. So we're going to do our single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet into the same place. Now we are going to go back to the beginning of the repeat. Again, we're not going to finish the entire repeat like the previous rows. The repeat starts by skipping the next chain 3 space and then doing a shell into the picot. So let's do our final shell here. Treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, all into the same chain 3 space. So that's our picot right there. And now we're going to just do 1 single crochet into the 4th chain of the turning chain. So you know how here you have a chain 7. Essentially, we're going to count to the 4th one from bottom to top. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And into that 4th chain there, you insert your hook, grab the yarn, and pull through to close. And that there is the end of that row. And you can see how beautiful this looks. It's kind of like a little spider web looking. But you got those picot stitches and those shells creating this beautiful pattern. Okay, look how cute this is. Again, this is a sample size of what it could be. This is more for you to picture it added to the edge of a blanket, coaster, or even just a wearable, kind of like to add a detail at the bottom. But this is really pretty. Kind of looks like spider webs. You've got those kind of networks with the picot stitches and the shell stitches. Real stunning.
Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.